day, Wednesday. I'm not going to call it that other word that everyone uses, just to be a little bit different. Good morning to you, though. It is just about 6 o'clock, right on the button, as we take a look at the stories leading the headlines today. And after a 7-year absence, health premiums may be on their way back to Alberta.
We will be asking Albertans to begin to contribute directly to the costs of the health system. This revenue will start small, but it will grow over 3 years.
Premier Jim Prentice making the announcement during a province-wide TV address last night. He did not elaborate on the cost or what form the contributions might take. The old Alberta health premiums were cancelled back in 2009 by then Premier Ed Stelmach. Prentice has said in the past that the new health fee would be added directly to income tax and would be progressive, meaning the more you earn, the more you pay.
Let's be honest, it's a tax. It's a tax on Albertans. It's a tax on Albertans when the economy is suffering. You don't need to tax Albertans. You cannot tax yourself out of debt. And we've seen healthcare premiums.
During his speech, Prentice also reiterated that there will be that there will not be a sales tax and that overall taxes will still remain the lowest in Canada. Prentice also said that previously signaled deep cuts to programs and services are now off the table. He also promised a balanced budget by 2017, and he also took time to criticize past Tory governments.
Fundamentally, we've not always had realistic expectations, and our leaders must bear a considerable part of the responsibility for that.
Now, the provincial budget is slated to be delivered tomorrow. It's widely expected that Prentice will then call a spring election shortly thereafter. Police watchdog investigating after a shooting in Wetaskiwin. It comes after Mounties responded to a domestic dispute early Tuesday morning. They say the situation escalated quickly as a man in his 40s confronted police with a weapon. Police allege he cornered them, prompting one of the officers to shoot the man with his gun. The man remains in hospital at this time. Alberta Serious Incident Response Team now investigating. The bail hearing for Omar Khadr is resuming in our city today. His lawyers say that he has the same right as any other Canadian to request bail. The 28-year-old was convicted in the U.S. on war crimes charges. He was arrested in Afghanistan back when he was 15 years old. Khadr is serving an 8-year sentence here in Canada and is waiting for an appeal in the U.S. His lawyers argue that he poses no risk to the public.
Mr. Khadr's looking forward to this day, and you saw him in court. He was pleased to be there. He was respectful as usual.
Today, the Crown presents its argument on why they believe that Khadr should remain in jail. The judge could take several weeks to come back with his decision. Well, we are set to receive another update today on the 102nd Avenue Bridge's bent girders. There was some cautious optimism on Tuesday as the girders began to slowly straighten, albeit just millimeters at a time, after their weight was transferred to a massive crane. The city says it will have a better idea today just how much the beams will straighten and if they can be salvaged. If it is enough, and they are still structurally sound, Groat Road could open much sooner than expected. The city is taking one step closer to getting online with Wi-Fi on the LRT. Councillors set to debate bringing wireless connectivity to trains and platforms. The mayor believes it's one way to improve safety and convenience for riders, and Edmonton doesn't have to look far to see how successful the concept can be.
In those cities where, like in Vancouver, riding in from the airport, once you've discovered that it is possible to have cell phone and data coverage within the train, I think it becomes something that people have asked me a lot about. It's something that, as a user, of the system, I would appreciate.
The city is currently testing a Wi-Fi run on the Southgate platform. The two Edmonton sisters are speaking out against the Good Samaritan nursing home in Mill Woods. They say the facility isn't living up to its name. Sue and Julie Ali say their sister Rebecca was moved suddenly from the home on February 19th. She's been a tenant there for 5 years. I believe Rebecca was evicted after Julie began publicly criticizing the level of care. And they say they didn't receive any notice, just a voicemail.
We'd like to see the health minister basically step up to the plate and ensure that this never happens again, and do so before the election, because this is prime time.
She's lived there for 5 years. She's developed friendships there. This is actually her home, and You can't just evict somebody from their apartment because maybe their sister is writing a blog about the landlord that they don't like.
The Ali sisters say Rebecca still wants to move back to the care home. Good Samaritan's not responded to City News' request for comments. Well, call it a turf job, and only trained professionals will be entrusted with the care and maintenance of pitches when it comes to the FIFA Women's World Cup Canada, opening up here June 6th. The three-day soccer surface seminar kicked off at Commonwealth Stadium's Fieldhouse yesterday. Reps from Edmonton and the 5 other host cities converged to hone their groundskeeping skills. Crews will learn and practice the highly specialized technical aspects of international turf maintenance. This may be a surface issue, but success will only run deep if the pitches are perfect for players.
Operationally, really, it all starts at the pitch. The players want the best surface possible, and what we're trying to do is to educate everyone who maybe not be familiar with these practices, what our expectations are, and how we can get everybody ready to provide the best atmosphere possible this summer.
Alongside Edmonton, Vancouver, Winnipeg, Ottawa, Montreal, and Moncton are the Canadian host cities.